మర్చిపోయా జోసు డాడీ నేను అదే చెప్పబోతున్నా. ఏదన్నా మెడిసిన్ టమ్మీ సాఫ్ట్ కాకపోయినా కాలికేడ్ అన్న వేసేయండి. Who is roll number 8, ma?
Asima, ma'am.
Asima?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Asima, I'll make you co-host. Okay, you keep adding the students. Okay, I'll start the class as it is.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, girls, good morning. Today we are going to start our next method, very important method, which is very for sure you can expect in exam. Yeah, graphical method under LPP model. So make sure you're having your notebook with you so that it will be comfortable. You make a note of whatever I am writing. Yeah, right now I just want to share you the screen for the question of graphical method, where you can see these are actual problems which we can expect in exam. Till now whatever we studied, they're all basics. Okay, this is what after class starts people will be still joining. Yeah, so this graphical method, generally the question will be like this. Now till now we were formulating our actual question into this particular model. Yes or no, girls? The theoretical examples we were converting into this model. But now actually in a question in exam, they can give you directly the LP model equations only, which makes our process very easy. But they can also, you can see third question, they can also give you in this way, where you need to convert it into LPP model, and then you need to apply your graphical method. Okay, so now you can just see use of graphical method to solve the following LP problem, where we have this is the question which is given to you. I didn't write it earlier. So maximize z is equal to 15x1 plus 10x2, and subjective constraints are also given to you, where 4x1 plus 6x2 is less than or equal to 360, and 0x1, so I'm directly writing it as 5x2. I hope you all received these questions now, girls. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
I shared you all. Okay. And 3x1 is less than or equal to 180. Okay, so this is our question. I'll just stop sharing it. So this is the question which is given to you. Now using this question, I need to apply a graphical method. So when I am applying a graphical method, first my process is, I'll first ignore this particular part of our objective function. I'll just keep it aside. So that is the thing which now till now you were having doubts, no, girls, like we are just converting it into equation and we are just leaving. Now we are actually applying one of the first technique under LPP model, which is graphical method. Okay, so now we'll just take the subjective constraints equation. I'll name the first one as equation 1, equation 2, and equation 3. So what I'll do, I'll just take equation 1. From equation 1, I hope you all can see my board clearly. Yes, so in this equation 1, I'll
Yes,
just
ma'am.
make let x1 is equal to 0. Girls, I took equation 1, just ignore these two. In this equation 1, I'm just making let x1 is equal to 0. I'm just assuming that let x1 is equal to 0. Now what I'll do next, because x1 is equal to 0, now x2, am I getting like this, 360 divided by 6? Any doubt in this? So it is 60. As I made x1 is equal to 0, so this part is 0, so 6x2 is equal to 360, where x2 is equal to 360 by 6, where x2 is equal to 60. Am I clear to you? Any
Yes,
doubt
ma'am.
in this?
No, ma'am.
Any doubt in this, girls? Yeah, am I clear to
No,
you all?
ma'am.
Now,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
so now similarly, so one, I got it to be, as it is graphical method, I need to show these equations in a graph. So I'm just taking in a graph. In order to show it in a graph, I need coordinates, right? So in order to take the coordinates, I'm just taking, so I made x1. I can come, always I'll take x1 to be under x-axis and y1 to be, x2 can be coming under y-axis. Okay, so obviously in a coordinate, first coordinate will be from x-axis and second coordinate will be from y-axis. If you remember, yes or no, girls? This is how I represent a coordinate, value from x-axis and value from y-axis. So as for my example, x1 is 0 and x2 is 60. Is this particular part clear? Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am.
Yeah. At one point I cannot conclude. What I'll take, I'll also take another point in order to form a straight line. Okay, linear programming models, because they are linear means all these equations form a straight line on a graph, girl. So that is how, in order to connect that, form a straight line, I need two coordinates, right? So in that way, I'm making x2 also is equal to 0, where when I'm making x2 is equal to 0, now this part becomes 0. Yes. So 4x1 is equal to 360 is remaining. I'll just ignore less than or greater than symbols, girls. I'll let you know how I'll be using that less than or greater than when I'm drawing the graph. Okay. So now, so 4x1 is equal to 360. So x1 is equal to 360 by 4, where x1 is equal to
90.
So my now you just see, don't make confusion. Again, don't write 0, 90. Now x1 is 90 and x2 is 0. Remember the
0.
position always. X1 will be of x-axis and x2 will be of y-axis. So remember that
Y-axis.
representation. Don't make a mistake. Okay, girls, am I clear? Now I'll just proceed. Now for one particular equation, I just for this particular equation, I got the coordinates to be as, so one coordinate is 0, 60 and other coordinate is 90, 0. These are the two coordinates I got when I just assumed x1 to be 0 and x2 to be 0. Yeah. Now these are anyhow straight lines. I can directly represent it in the graph. So, but I will simplify it where x2 is equal to 200 divided by 5. Yeah. So it is 40. So for my second equation, I got x2 value to be as
40.
where x2 is equal to 40. So this I can use it as a straight line directly. If you remember your school days or intermediate days, these are direct parallel lines. Now it will be parallel to x-axis, I can say. Yeah. Now x2 we got. Similarly, I'll go to the third one where x1 is equal to 180 by 3. So 180 by 3 is
60.
So these are the three, for first line we have two coordinates, second and third lines directly we have the equation. Using them, we can represent them in the graphical sheet. Okay, now in exam also you will be given the graph sheet, girls, where you need to solve this problem in the graphical sheet because the coordinates must be accurate. If there is a mistake in the coordinate, your entire problem will be wrong. You can't draw a rough graph. Okay. So now I'll just show you the graph here. Obviously, I'm going to take a rough graph. Okay, we have all positive values. So always I represent y-axis as I stated earlier with x2 and x-axis with x1. Now, if you can see my maximum value of x2 is 60 and my maximum value of x1 is 90 of all these information, whatever is there. So I can take, I'll just take two values. So I mean to say 20 as my class, scale. You can write 1 unit is equal to 20 as per my particular scale for x-axis as well as for y-axis. So 20, 40 and 60 and 80. Similarly, 20, 40, 60, 80 and 90. Okay. So this is how I just took it, and obviously this is the origin. These representations are very, very important. You need to name your axis. My y-axis is x2, my x-axis is x1, and origin, and the scale. Okay, the scale is also very, very important. You need to show it as well as the marking on the graph. Obviously, when you do it in the graph, you will obviously become professional. So that is not a problem. So now first I'm marking it, girls. First it is 0 to 60. 0 and 60. X2 is 60. This is one coordinate. My second coordinate is, sorry, I just need to write it to be as 100. My second coordinate is 90 comma 0. So 90 comma 0. Now I'll just draw a straight line which is passing through these two coordinates, and I name immediately, I can name this equation to be 1. Girls, every time it is difficult for us to represent the full equation, as initially only near subjective constraints you clearly mentioned what is equation 1, what is equation 2. So it will be easy for you. Just name it as 1. Now go back to your question. It is written less than or equal to. Yes, in equation 1, it is written, this is the important part, girls. In equation 1, it is represented less than or equal to. Always, I'll just try to take my equation. Obviously, this is my right hand. Always your right hand, you just try to keep it in this particular position. I mean to say the top position. Every time you all can take the same right hand, even in your notebook also, in your exam paper also. So just represent this way. Less than means to downwards, shading. Greater than means upwards. Am I clear?
Okay.
Always position your right hand in upward direction. Again, don't get confused. What is left hand? All this, which direction, this direction, that. No. Just in a sitting posture, just keep your hand on the line. Less than means to downwards, greater than means to the upwards. Now, as per our given equation, they gave us less than. So my shading area will be to the downwards direction. Am I clear? Any line, as many lines you're drawing,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
same way you're going to represent. Okay, girls? I'll show you now the different forms as well. Now come to the second equation, where our second equation derived x2 is equal to 40. So where x2 is equal to 40, x2 means y-axis. On y-axis it is 40. As I stated, this will be a straight line which is parallel to x-axis. Now again the same way I took my hand like this, and my straight line is this way. And what symbol we have? Less than symbol I have. So less than means which side? Downwards or upside? Downwards.
Downwards, ma'am.
Again, my shading area is this one. Am I clear, girls? Are you all understanding it? Any doubt, you can just stop me, interrupt me and ask it. Okay. Now come to the next one. What is my third thing? My third line is x1 is equal to 60. So where x1 is equal to 60, this will be obviously a parallel line to y-axis. Again, same representation. Less than symbol do we have? Again, I have less than symbol. So my shading area will be towards this side. Am I clear? Any doubt in this?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Now,
No, ma'am.
the most important part is I need to pick a common shaded area for the three lines. Obviously, I forgot to name them. This is equation 2 and this is equation 3. So I need to pick a common shaded area for all the three lines. I'll just mark them. First, obviously, this origin. All are going towards the origin. So origin will come into that. Okay. My second coordinate, I'm naming it to be as A. My third coordinate is an intersection of one line and second line, which is B. My third, I can't ignore this particular, I can't consider this region because it is only a combination of equation 3 and equation 1. Equation 2 is shaded, it is a combination of equation 2 and equation 3. Equation 1 is missing in the shaded area, so I can't consider that. So the small triangle I'm speaking about. So obviously I'll go to this particular coordinate, which is again a combination of 3. The shaded area you can see 2 and 1. So now this I'm naming it to be as C. And fine, I'm also coming down and it is named to be as D. So this is the common area for all the three regions. I mean, or all the three straight lines. Am I clear? Any doubt in this?
No, ma'am.
You need to separately shade as it is marker. I am doing this way. wherever, now if you see it is like a pentagon, I think 5 sides I have, or 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. It's a pentagon which is being formed. Okay, girls. Yeah. So that pentagon must be clear. Now when I'm looking at the graph, for every line the shaded area is also seen. For 3 this side, for 2 this side, and for 1 this side, all this. Yeah, that must be visible, as well as my whatever region, the pentagon according to given problem. So that also must be highlighted separately. So now if you see 0, A, B, C, and D is the common shaded area for all the 3 lines according to the graphical method. Is it clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt in this?
Yes, ma'am.
Girls,
No,
if you
ma'am.
have, because again I need to erase it. If you have any doubt, please let me know now, so that I'll continue with the next process. Any doubt, anyone?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So now I need to, now why graph sheet? Why it is to be a graph sheet which is to be solved is, I need to get the coordinates of these values. Now A, I already know it. B, I know it. Origin, we know it obviously. What we solved earlier, from that we got those coordinates. But for B and C, it is exclusively based on the graph I'm going to derive the coordinates. Okay, girls? So that is the reason. So origin, obviously, I'll just first take origin to be as 0 and 0. And then next one, A is nothing but, as x2 is 40, 0, 40. B, now you need to find out for B, you need to just fit, the region. So x2 is obviously 40 because it is on the straight line A. I'm in equation 2. But what about the x1 coordinate? What I took from this graph, I'll just take it, girls. B, I took it to be, yes, yeah, 40 and 40. Girls, this might change when you're actually doing it in a graph sheet. And in exam also, never compare your answers with your friends. It depends upon what scale they have taken. Yeah, every student might be individual in that exam point of time. What scale they might have taken must be varying. Yes, the way they mark the coordinates must be varying. You need to just go with the process. Answer is not important here. You need to go with the process. Am I clear to you? Yeah. Now
Yes,
for B,
ma'am.
we got it. Now C. Now for C, the coordinates are, I think, this is the particular part, C. So x1, we already know it is 60. It is clearly seen it. And x2, as per my particular graph, I got it to be, I'll just take this one, girls. It is somewhere around with 30. I got 60 and 30 as per today's graph, whatever I have drawn. Okay. And now the last coordinate is D. So it is 60, 0. So these are my coordinates. Okay. Now, if you remember, girls, we took all the subjective constraints equations. Yes, I'm erasing the graph. We just took all the subjective constraints equation. And then what we did, we solved those equations and applied them in the graph, and we came to some common region. Now, from initially, what we ignored is we didn't consider our objective function z. Yeah. Now, what does this coordinates mean? X1 is 0 and x2 is also 0. X1 is 0, x2 is 40. X1 is 40, x2 is 40. X1 is 60, x2 is 30. And x1 is 60 and x2 is 0. So that is what we try to represent. Now take z line, our main objective function which we ignored, which is 15x1 plus 10x2. Substitute these coordinates near x1 and x2. So when it is A, it is 0. Agree? As x1 is 0 and x2 is also 0, z at origin is 0. Now come to when I substitute the coordinates of A. 15 into 0 plus, I'll just write 15 into 0 plus 10 into 40, which gives you 400. At A, girls, same thing. Now the next Z, I'll just pick 15 into 40 plus 10 into 40. So 5 4s are 60. So I think it is 1000.
1000.
Yeah. Now next one, Z is equal to 15 into 60 plus 10 into 30. 300 and 5 6 are again 90. Yeah? 900.
90, ma'am. 900, ma'am. 1200.
1200, I think so. Yeah. Now Z is equal to 15 into 60 plus 10 into 0. So it is again 900.
900.
Now our problem is maximization case, they clearly mentioned. So we need to pick Z where Z is maximum. Z is maximum at Z, which is maximum at x1 is equal to 60 and x2 is equal to 30. This is how you need to conclude using the graphical method. So this will be your answer. So what I am trying to say, girls, as it is graphical method, Z will not always be the same of everyone. Yes, and x1 will also not be the same. x2 will also not be the same. Remember, I made this way. The process, this important. Now you need to pick the maximum value. That adds value to your answer. Yes, and you need to clearly write those coordinates, what you picked as per your problem, the maximum values, that must be here. So these all gives you 12 marks, not the exact answer and your graph. Yeah. Now, is the graphical method clear to you? Any doubts in this? Please let me know.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Is it easy?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It's very easy and you need to practice it well. The only challenge, if they don't give you in this equation form, you need to convert it into linear programming problems equation way, how we studied earlier, and then you need to apply the graphical technique. So this is how we try to conclude. This will be the optimal solution. So now this is what initially when I was introducing OR girls, I told you there will be multiple solutions under operations research. It is not like statistics where we have only one solution. So this is what I'm trying to speak. There are multiple solutions. All the solutions, I try to call them as initial basic feasible solutions. Now for this particular problem, I got 5 answers, yes or no? I got 5
Yes,
answers.
ma'am.
Out of that, as per the case, I picked the maximum value, which is the optimal value. So this 1200, which is maximum of Z, is the optimal solution at x1 is equal to 60 and x2 is equal to 30 as per the graphical method. Any doubts, girls?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Can I proceed to
Yes,
the next
ma'am.
problem? Yeah. Please
Ma'am,
ask.
I have a doubt regarding the coordinates. Ma'am, I'm not able to get B and C coordinates. How did you mark it as 40-40 and 60-30, ma'am?
That's what it depends upon the graph. From the graph, you need to locate where is B from x-axis. Now, when you see it on the x-axis, it is somewhere around 30. And when you mark it, you need to draw this schema. Now here somewhere I have B. Okay. Now you need to pick like this. You need to small with a pencil. You need to just draw these 2 lines. Now where it is meeting y-axis, that will be y-axis coordinate. Where it is meeting x-axis, that will be x-axis coordinate. Understood, Farheen?
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Understood? So same way for D. Also, you need to pick
Okay.
the same way. That is the challenge. That is how you need to get the coordinates. That is the only critical part in graphical method.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Now I'll just go to the next problem. Yeah. I think I directly took third problem. Second problem, again, it is something critical, which is not for us right now at this point of time. Yeah. See, third problem. Amit Electric Company produces 2 products, P1 and P2. Products are produced and sold on weekly basis. The production cannot exceed 25 per product, P1 and 35 per product, P2 of limited available facilities. The company employs total of 60 workers. Product P1 requires 2 weeks of labor, while P2 requires 1 week, one man week of labor. I think so. It is not our girls, it is 1. Okay. And profit margin for P1 is 60 and P2 is 40. Formulate this into LB model and use a graphical method. So that is what given to us. So if
on
you see,
weekly basis.
if you see again first, this is how this kind of question is given to you in exam. You need to form the equations. That is the critical part. Okay, girls? You need to practice for that.
Yes, ma'am.
So X1, I obviously name the 2 products as X1 and X2. So they gave the weekly
X2.
production as per this example. The weekly production is given as 25 and 35. Am I correct? Are you all having the question? Or I'll share you the question if it is not with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So they gave products are produced, sold on weekly basis. The weekly production cannot exceed is also mentioned, girls. Cannot exceed 25 for product P1 and 35 for product P2 because limited facilities are available. So cannot exceed means obviously when I represent it in the equation, I'll write it as less than or equal to. Remember that. So the company employs total of 60 workers. So there is a total figure also. So 60 workers are being employed. So product 1 requires 2 men and product 2 requires 1 man. Yes. So labor is given to us as 2 and 1 and total how many they require. It is per week and all that is given to us. I'm not considering the units right now because I need to continue before 40 minutes. Yeah. And product what is given, profit is given for P1 to be as 60 and P2 is given as 40. Okay, girls. So,
Ma'am, can you move your camera a little to the left?
clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now this is the given to us. Now I just need, as it is profit, obviously again it is a maximization case. Well, I only have 10 minutes. I got a warning here. So it is only a maximization case. So it is Z is equal to 60x1 plus 40x2. Then I have my weekly production is cannot exceed. Subjective constraints when I'm writing it is x1 is less than or equal to 25, x2 is less than or equal to 35, and my third equation is 2x1 plus x2. They are only employing 60 workers. That means it can't be beyond that. So again, it is also less than or equal to 60, where x1 comma x2 are greater than or equal to 0. So this is our first step before applying graphical method. I first need to convert my particular given information into a linear programming model. Is it clear to you? Girls,
Yes,
is it
ma'am.
clear to you? Now these
Yes,
are my,
ma'am.
these are my equations.
Yes, ma'am.
It is directly first equation, second equation and third equation. So for first equation, obviously x1 is equal to 25, which I am going to represent it in the graph. X2 is equal to 35, which I am going to represent it in the graph. Only third equation I need to solve and find out the coordinates in order to represent it in the graph. Okay. I'll just use this particular part. So for equation 3, girls, I am solving equation 3. So let x1 is equal to 0. So when x1 is equal to 0, this is gone. So x2 is equal to 60. So 0, girls, you need to blindly remember x1 is x-axis and x2 is y-axis. Okay. Then again,
Y-axis.
then x2 is equal to 0. I'm making let x2 is equal to 0. So this is gone. So x1 will be 60 by 2, which is 30. So the coordinates are 30 comma 0. So these are the two coordinates which I got, 0 comma 60 and 30 comma 0. Now shall we represent it in the graph?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this is x2, 0, and this is x1. So when I'm representing it in the graph, as my maximum value of x2 is 60 and maximum value of x1 is 40, I'm just taking tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 for x2, and it is you can 1 unit is equal to 10. I just took this way, my scale. So that is one more thing. Now first, my first equation is x1 is equal to 25. So go to 25 on x-axis. Yeah. So I just made a mark, and there is a parallel line which is parallel to y-axis. This is equation 1. Now I'll just take my equation this way. Yeah, okay girls, I'll just keep an equation this way. If you are getting confused with the shaded area, girls, I'll just keep an arrow. This is just a model I'm just trying to say. My shaded area, as it is less than symbol, it is towards the left side of the line. I just kept an arrow. This is the shaded area. Why? I'll tell you. If it is confusing you, all the shaded area, you're not able to pick the common area. That is the reason I'm telling you. Then I'm just going to take the next line, which is x2 is equal to 35. So I just picked, and it will be a parallel line to the x-axis. So again, I take my line, less than symbol, so to downward direction. Okay, the shaded area is towards the downward direction. Now come to the third one. The coordinates are 0, 60 and 30, 0. These are the two coordinates. This will be my straight line, which is equation 3. Yeah, if I again take this particular line, less than symbol, so my shaded area will be again towards the downward direction. Now looking at this, is it easy to identify what is the common area, girls? Yes or no? That is
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
confusing you. You
Yes,
can
ma'am.
So obviously origin. The next, this coordinate, I'll name it as A. Can I take this as the common area coordinate?
Yes, ma'am.
This one? So which is B.
Ma'am.
Obviously this will not come again, because it is again not like the same scenario, only two lines common area it is. So it will be C. And the last one, it is D. Again, the small triangle also I cannot consider. So this is the common area, the feasible region, in order to get the solution under graphical method. Again, you need to pick the coordinates. Yes. So you will just take first coordinate is obviously origin. The second coordinate A is 0, 40. The third coordinate B. So B, again, if I mark it downwards, it is 15 on x-axis and 40 on y-axis. So 15, 40. And C is 10 and 25. So 25, 10. And D, I'm getting it to be as 30, 0. Girls, am I clear in this? Till here, is it clear to you all? Any doubt?
No,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. No, ma'am.
Ma'am, for D, I think we need to take 25, 0, no, ma'am.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Yes. I just got confused with the other one. Correct. So D is 25. Girls, I just took the other coordinate, not this one. It is this one. Okay, this coordinate. So it is 25, 0. Now can I erase the graph? I need to
Ma'am.
look.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am once explained that for A we are taking 0 to 40 na. But
Ma'am,
we
we
are
can
marking
take-
it 25 na, ma'am. So 0, 25. can't we?
35.
35, ma'am.
0,
0,
35.
35.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, correct. You are correct, ma. So
Thank you.
0, 35. And now around
E also 12, 35, ma'am.
12. Okay. Well, as for this particular problem, I got somewhere center, ma. So I took as for the question what I solved right now on the board.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Again, when you are doing it, you will get separate, different. You will not get 15 exactly. It depends upon what kind of scale you have used. Okay. Okay, ma.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am,
Okay.
for P also, once you change to 35 na, ma'am. 40 instead
Yes,
of
ma'am.
40. Why?
15,
Because the line is going
35.
straight.
Sorry,
15,
okay,
35.
I just took 35 as that coordinate. Okay, fine. I
Yes,
got it.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
It's 35 line, it is not 40. I think C is fine. C is 25, 10. Not even 10. I'll just name it as 8.
15, ma'am.
D is 25, 0. Okay, now I think I'm clear, right with my coordinates. I'll just go and show you the Z value. I only have 1 minute time. Let me complete this. So Z is obviously 0 at origin, where Z at A, it is 60 into 0 plus 40 into 35. So the value is girls, someone must solve it immediately and tell me. 60 into 15 plus 40 into 35. And next at C it is 60 into 25 and 40 into 8. Z is equal to 60 into 25 plus 40 into 0.
0.
Now at A, what's the value, ma'am?
140, ma'am.
1400.
Okay. At,
1400, ma'am.
at B it is
2120, ma'am.
you are telling what I wrote in the book. Properly multiply it and do it. No calculators with you?
Ma'am, it is 2300, ma'am. 2300.
Okay.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
about C?
1820,
ma'am.
1820. What about D?
1500, ma'am.
1500, ma'am. 1500, ma'am.
Girls, now if you see Z is maximum at B. So Z is equal to 2300, which is maximum. At X1 is equal to 15 and X2 is equal to 35. Is it clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Did I hurry? Is it clear? I
Yes,
think
ma'am.
it's clear. Girls, attendance.